Well, good morning, everyone. As you all know, a plastic bag containing a suspicious white powder of some kind was found in the White House. It's unclear who this belonged to or why it was there. But while we were investigating, we found some other items there at the Biden White House, and we're here today to disclose to you all of the other stuff that we found.
First off, we found this bag of some kind of blue rocks or something. I don't know. Unclear, once again, who this belonged to or what exactly it is. Tight! Oh!
In addition, we found this small scale of some sort. Whoever left this was probably health conscious and just wanted to keep track of his weight. Probably the smartest guy I know.
We also found this laptop. We'll look into it, but we're pretty sure there is no incriminating evidence on this guy.
So the Secret Service have completed and therefore closed their investigation into who brought cocaine into the White House. And the final verdict is, nobody really knows. Really? This story is not so much about who brought cocaine into the White House, but it's more about what the American government and our mainstream media really think about the American people. Because for us to actually believe that without no questions, they either A, think we're dumb, B, think we're fearful, or C, all of the above. And I go with C, because a lot of people are fearful to know the truth and are dumb enough to believe the lies. Because for Hunter Biden to have been at the White House on Friday, June 30th, then the Secret Service to say they found cocaine at the White House on Sunday, July 2nd, and there is a inconspicuous video of Hunter Biden while celebrating the 4th of July at the White House make a gesture or a move where it seems like he just did a line of coke off his left wrist, then wipes his nose with his right hand, and it is confirmed as a known fact that he has, or at least in the past, has had a drug problem and with cocaine. Yet that is too far of a stretch to at least interrogate the guy? What? But yet we are to believe that the security at the White House is not as intense and proficient as the security at the airport. Really?
Breaking news regarding the Secret Service investigation into the bag of cocaine found inside the White House. I want to bring in NBC's Kelly O'Donnell at the White House and NBC's Ali Vitali on Capitol Hill. Kelly, what do we know this morning?
Well, the mystery, Jose, will remain a mystery. Sources have been providing us an update on the investigation, and now the Secret Service has also put out a formal statement. The testing that was done on this small plastic baggie of cocaine, which was found inside what I would call a working entrance of the White House on West Executive Avenue. It was found Sunday evening, July 2nd. Testing has been done for DNA, for fingerprints, and nothing was found of a forensic nature that can be used to.
Now look, they show right here a map of basically, the entrance to the White House in that particular area. And I find it hard to believe that you have a camera on that particular area where you can see everybody going in. And I would imagine, I personally never been to the White House. I did sign up to go there a couple of years ago when Obama was in office, but it was like a long list and I couldn't get there at that particular time when it was my time to go there. So it's still on my bucket list of things to do, but I've never been there. But I would imagine that going to the White House is going to have a high level of security, way above any other place, or most places on the face of the earth. And for them to make us believe that they have cameras everywhere, but they could not pick out who actually placed the what they call baggie of cocaine into, I think they said, cubby, I find that very hard to believe. But anyways.
Compare to the list of individuals that the investigation determined had access to that area. Sources tell me they went through the entrance logs and video and were able to compile a list of several hundred people who in the preceding days prior to that Sunday evening had been through that location. Now, that location.
So once again, they have the list of the people, they have the video, but they never say anything about interrogation. They never say anything about questioning. And it makes you wonder, why they didn't do that. I understand most of these people probably left the area on different locations throughout the country, if not the world. but you can still reach out to these people and try to do some type of like questionnaire and so forth in regards to, where do they go, exactly their steps within the White House. But nothing like that has been reported, which leads me to believe, and I would imagine most people, is that they on purpose dropped the ball on this because they didn't want to know what the truth is, because they don't want us to know what the truth is.
Location on the ground floor is on the way to the Situation Room. But at the moment, that Situation Room is not in use. It's undergoing construction, and a separate alternative Situation Room is being utilized elsewhere, not in the White House, but across in the Executive Office building. So a limited universe of people who would be going through there, but a large one, because on weekends and after hours, there are staff-led tours that can bring in family members, friends, and so forth to see parts of the West Wing. They use that entrance. Contractors use that entrance, employees, and so forth. So they compiled a large list of individuals, and there was video of the passageways and people walking about, but there was no usable video focused on the storage cubbies in that secure area where a visitor would put a cell phone or electronic device before going deeper into the West Wing.
And I find that very hard to believe. Are you trying to tell me that they have cameras at the door, at the entrance, through the hallway, but you don't have cameras on the cubbies or the lockers where people could place things in, things that can be very detrimental and very dangerous to the people inside the White House? You think that we actually believe that? I mean, come on, no cameras over there. But a lot of high schools, they got cameras, outside of bathrooms and so forth. They got cameras right there by the locker rooms and so forth. I mean, like I said, airports, even at my job, and we are led to believe that there's no camera on a particular area where people can store stuff. God.
So that means after about 10 days of looking at this, using 2 federal labs, including one at Fort Detrick, which checked to make certain this had no biological weapon-like substance. It was, in fact, cocaine. That was determined. And the FBI crime lab, which used sensitive and advanced fingerprinting technology. They were not able to come up with usable information. So today, officials from the Secret Service briefed lawmakers on Capitol Hill, some of them already not finding that satisfactory, that there was no answer. Also, in the course of the investigation, they reviewed what has happened over the last few years. And I'm told that they had 2 incidents where a small amount of marijuana was detected, and the individual who would have brought that was not able to come on the ground. In the District of Columbia, marijuana.
Hold a second. So, wait a minute. They were able to detect someone carrying a small amount of marijuana on their persons, but they couldn't detect someone carrying a small amount of cocaine on their persons. Yo, come on, man. We seen these what you call it, drug sniffing dogs at the airports and so forth, where they could pick out anything from you. I mean, they could tell the last time you went to the bathroom, but we are led to believe that they can find someone with marijuana on them, but not cocaine. Yo, come on, man. I mean, this is crazy, man. And the fact that they said that they found on 2 occasions someone. Let me look this up real quick. Hold on. Yep. Look at this. So last year they saying that in 2022 on 2 different occasions there were incidents where marijuana was found on a person bringing it into the White House, or there was marijuana found in the White House on 2 different occasions. Nothing like this was reported from what I recall. I mean, I follow the news pretty closely, and I don't recall this being reported at all. But apparently, when this cocaine situation pops up, now they bring up the marijuana situation. And it doesn't help this case at all, because if you're able to find the person that brought marijuana or was trying to bring marijuana to the White House, but you can't find the person that brought cocaine, it's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Marijuana became legal, but not in federal locations. So in terms of, have there been past instances where illicit drugs were found at the White House? Officials tell me in the last several years where they have checked back on records, there is no indication of that. Also, separately, the White House pointed out that the Biden family was not there that weekend. They, of course, want to head off the political argument that this could have somehow belonged to Hunter Biden, who had a past cocaine addiction. substance abuse problem. The White House has made clear that he was not there from Friday evening through Tuesday when that was found. And beyond that, family members
Whoa. You heard what she said there? From Friday to Tuesday, and then she said when the drug was found. When she said at the beginning of the report that it was found on Sunday the 2nd, but now she's trying to make it sound like it was found on Tuesday, what should have been the 4th of July. Let me back this up real quick. Hold on. What she said.
Substance abuse problem. The White House has made clear that he was not there from Friday evening through Tuesday when that was found. And beyond that,
see, when it was found. Yo, this is beyond just ridiculous. And it's also very embarrassing. The fact that last year, right now, this cocaine was found at the White House. Last year, there was 2 different occasions where marijuana was found at the White House. And I believe this last month, during Pride Month, a transgender woman, with fake boobs, basically took a selfie with their top up, showing off their fake boobs. What's the White House turned into? Granted, I know the White House is not a church, it's not a temple or a synagogue or anything like that, but I imagine you have some level of respect for like the White House, hold it in a high regard, kind of like your own home, if not a little bit higher to a certain degree for what it stands for. And the way that the White House is just basically being treated as pretty much like a trap house. You know what I'm saying? Or there's some raggedy ass house in the hood. Have some respect for the office. Have some respect for the White House. Things like this should not be happening at all. One time, one occasion, I'll make a slide. But after that, no. Because it shows, it puts a bad image for America as a whole. It's bad enough we got a president who's falling down and stumbling over his words and so forth. But now we got a White House that basically is kind of like I said, a trap house. It's looking bad, America.
and beyond that, family members typically don't use a working entrance.
Wow, man. Yo, you see how duplicitous our media is? She basically said that typically family members do not enter the White House through their entrance. So it's not too far-fetched that Hunter knew this and probably, entered through there so that he could, put his stash in a, certain inconspicuous area that he knows not video record and still have a little bit of coke on him and do a line or two. As that's what it looked like to me on that video, and once again, I'm not saying the cocaine belonged to Hunter Biden. All I'm saying is that due to his past and his access to the White House, he should be looked at with more scrutiny. But maybe this is just too obvious to me. You let me know. Leave a comment down below. Who do you think brought cocaine into the White House?